Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to another episode of Chaley, Let's Talk. How is everyone doing? I hope you are well. I hope your week is going well. And hopefully, when the weekend rolls around, you enjoy your weekend as well. So, today I'm here to talk to you, like I do. Let's start off with what's trending. Okay, Charlie. So, in what's trending today? Last week, y'all remember we talked about the Sha'Carri Richardson saga, about her coming in ninth place in the Prefontaine Classic race. Well, this week, apparently, Allison Felix went on a TV show and she was just, I guess she was asked about what she thought about the whole Sha'Carri situation, and she was giving some words of encouragement. And it looks like our girl Sha'Carri didn't like that because she was really sounding well. Not saying she wasn't sounding off, but she did post some things on Instagram, and everyone's alluding to the fact that it might be shots at Allison Felix, but I still stand on what I said. Sha'Carri, get off social media. Ignore what people have to say. Because right now you're doing a little too much. A little bit too much. Like, people are going to joke on you. Because that's what people do. People always like to make fun of situations. But right now what you're doing is just drawing more attention to yourself. So the best course of action is to just let this whole situation die down. Don't draw no attention to yourself. Like, just leave it alone. Move on. Stop talking about it. Stop reacting to all of that other stuff. Like, because right now you're just making it more negative for you. So stop reacting to it. If you can take a break from social media, like, live your life, girl. You're a great runner. You can always prove yourself. Like, people believe in you. People are pushing for you. People got your back. So why are you feeding into the negativity? Stop feeding into the negativity and leave those people alone that are giving you words of encouragement. Like, don't throw shots at people that are actually rooting for you. Okay? So that's all I'm gonna say. Let's move on with you guys' newfound obsession with these crates. I'm pretty sure everybody has seen the crate challenge going around. So I don't know who started it, but the crate challenge is the new and big challenge that's going around that everybody wants to participate in. And what they're doing is basically stacking up a bunch of crates and walking up and down it to see if they can make it without the crates falling. I have seen a few people make it without the crates falling. I have seen numerous people fall while they were trying to make it across. So my question is, why are y'all doing this? Honestly, why? Why are y'all walking up and down these crates? Some of these falls are very ugly. Like, I am very concerned. Sometimes I can't even watch all the videos to the end because of how quickly some people fall and how hard they fall. It makes me cringe a little bit. But I hope you guys are being safe and not being stupid out here, okay? Please be safe. I just can't wait till this trend passes on, but it seems like the big new craze that everyone wants to try and everyone is doing. Please don't get hurt behind this crate challenge thing. Please, please, please. I know it's a bet for some of these people. Some of these people are betting that they can make it across without falling, and some people are actually able to do it no falling, and some people are not so lucky. Okay, so I mean, it's fun in games. I know some people who think it's fun and are having fun, so cool. I'm not gonna down anything that seems fun for other people, but please be safe. It in the some of these falls that I've seen, I'm like, ooh, are they okay? All right, so that's what's trending for you. Now let's move on to the main meat of today's episode. Okay, Chaley, let's get started. So today's topic is life. And well, what is life? So I just mainly want to touch on like the pressures of life, basically. When you're single, they're like, "Oh, when are you gonna get in a relationship?" You're in a relationship, they're like, "Oh, when are you gonna get engaged?" Once you're engaged, "Ooh, when are y'all gonna get married?" Once you're married, when are y'all gonna have kids? Once you have a kid, are you guys gonna have more? So that type of pressure, we everybody gets it. I'm pretty sure there's numerous people out there that get that type of pressure all the time. No matter where you are on this planet Earth, there's somebody asking you one of these questions some way, somehow. I was talking to my best friend. Shout out to my best friend. She recently had a new bouncing baby boy, and we were just chit chatting. You know, she was talking about this new mom life. She's team no sleep now, and I was sympathizing with her. Well, I don't have any kids, but I was trying to be sympathetic. I'm like, oh yeah, I know it can be hard. You don't get enough sleep. You can't move like you used to move when you didn't have any kids. So, we were just chatting it up. And she told me about a conversation she had with one of our friends, one of a mutual friend of ours that was telling her, "Oh, when are you going to have another kid?" And I'm just like, can you chill out? My reaction was like, what? Why is she asking you that? Like, you just popped out a baby and she's asking when you're gonna have another one already? Like, can sis chill? Really? My good sis just popped out a baby. You over here asking her when she's gonna have an, are you okay? Is everything all right with you? And then I told her, I said, you should have asked her when she was gonna have hers, because well, why are people like that? Instead of just congratulating my friend and keep it moving, you over here asking sis when she's gonna have another baby. Is everything all right with you? Didn't you hear that she just had a new baby and you already asking her when she's gonna have the next? I want people to really think before they speak. Don't be doing some stuff like that. Just congratulate the lady. Keep it moving. Don't ask her when she's gonna have a new kid when she literally just got discharged like a few hours ago. Are you okay? Is everything all right with you? Is what I'm gonna keep asking. All right. So yeah, mom life or dad life or parents life. Parent life. The no sleep. Um, a shift in your activities and whatnot, a shift in your whole life, basically, because when you have a child, everything is different. So, shout out to all you parents out there. Keep doing what you're doing. It's a hard job, but it's rewarding. And my main point is, don't let anyone pressure you, because we all have some sort of pressure out there. Some people are getting pressured. When are you going to school? When are you going back to school? Are you going to get another degree? I'm speaking for myself here, but yeah, actually, let's flesh that out. People think you just get up and then you go to school and you just go get that degree. They don't really think about how hard it is to go to school, be a student, and work at the same time. It's not that easy. People that have been students and at the same time full-time workers, get at me. Get at me in the email. ChaleyLet'sTalk@gmail.com. Like, tell me your experience, because it's not easy. People really think, some of my relatives call me and they're like, "Oh, so you're not going back to get a master's? You're not going back to get a PhD?" Girl, you just don't get up and just go to school, you know? There are things you gotta think about. Going to school is not just getting up and getting a backpack and then just jetting right off to go sit in a classroom, or if it's online, and learning and getting it's not that easy. It's but you have to be mentally prepared for all of that. Going to school is not easy. It's not middle school. It's not high school. It's none of that. Going to get an advanced degree is hard work. Okay? So stop pressuring people and asking them when they're gonna go back to school. If they're not ready, let them be. When they're ready and they want to go, they'll go. Stop pressuring people to do what you think they should be doing. Let people live. Let them do what they want to do. When the time is right, they will act accordingly. Stop, and I will say it again, pressuring people to do what you think is right for them. They are living their life, and they, by all means, probably know what is best for them. So when the time is right, they will take the right course of action. Don't pressure people to do what you think is best for them because you think you know it all. Excuse me. You don't know what's going on in someone's life, okay? If they haven't asked you for an opinion, don't give it. If somebody asks you, oh, do you think I should go back to school? Go ahead and give your opinion. If you've been asked. If nobody has asked you, respectfully sit down and shut up. Because nobody asked you. Nobody wants to start off a conversation. You know, you're chit-chatting, you're talking, you're catching up, and then all of a sudden here you come. Oh, so when are you gonna do X, Y, and Z? When I want to, okay? When I'm ready, okay? Fine, you can ask. Okay, you can ask. When are you gonna do? But don't be pushy about it. Like, oh, you should do X, Y, and Z. That kills me. Oh, you should go back to school. You should do this. You should do that. Nobody asked you. Nobody asked. Nobody asked for your input, so keep it to yourself. If I have asked, you are free to give me your advice. If I have asked for it, you are free to, elaborate. Give me ideas if I have asked. If I have not asked, please keep it. I don't want it. I don't need it. Keep it. Sometimes I know people think they're coming from a good place. Yeah, most people, most people are coming from a genuine place when they ask these questions, which is great. But sometimes they over ask constantly and it just becomes a nuisance. Okay. So best course of action is just don't bring it up. Don't bring it up. Don't pressure people. There's so many things that everybody's going through and you don't want to push somebody and become a nuisance basically because you're asking these questions over and over again. So please, I beg of you, stop pressuring people. It's a habit that we all need to break. We might be doing it and not know that we're doing it. I probably do it and I don't know that I'm doing it. So let's all make an effort to be mindful about things we ask to people, things we say to people. Like, are we being a nuisance? Like, what we're about to say right now, is it needed? Is it not needed? Read the room. Some people are bad at reading the room. Please, read the room before you say anything, okay? All right, Chaley, let us move on. So, talking to my best friend, she had a new baby. She was, talking about how she's not sleeping. It's difficult because obviously new mom, new routine. And we were just talking and I said, wouldn't life be simple if babies could talk? And she's like, yeah, it would be. And that brought me to a story that I read long time ago. It doesn't have a name, but I just remember, there was a story, or more like is it a urban legend? I don't know. A story about why babies don't talk. So it's a story and I'm going to read it to y'all. So get ready. And if you're listening to this at nighttime, maybe get cozy. It might put you to sleep. It sounds like a bedtime story, maybe. Okay, so it goes. Long ago, as soon as babies were born, they would start talking. In a certain village, there was a mother who left her baby sleeping and went to the garden. While she was away, a neighbor came to borrow some fire. She knocked on the door, but there was no one. She entered the house and she saw the baby sleeping. She also saw roasted meat hanging by the fire. The meat looked so delicious, so she decided to take a bite and find out if it tasted as good as it looked. When she tasted the meat, it was so delicious. The neighbor immediately started thinking of how to carry the meat out without anyone seeing her. By this time, the baby was watching everything the woman was doing. The neighbor wrapped the whole piece in a bag, but when she was sneaking out, she saw the mother coming. She went and hid behind the house before she was seen. The mother entered and went to cook food in the kitchen. When she looked up where she had put the roasted meat, there was nothing. "Oh, where is the meat that was hanging here?" she asked the baby. "Mummy, let me tell you what happened," the baby said. "The other woman, who is our neighbor, came to collect fire and said that she was going to taste the meat, but she took all the meat in her bag. Since the neighbor did not want to be caught, she quickly made a plan that would that would make baby stop talking until it grew up and had forgotten everything. The mother was so furious she went to the neighbor's house. At that moment, the neighbor entered the house again with a piece of raw yam. She rubbed it on the tongue of the baby immediately, and baby stopped talking. Since that day, babies never talk until they have grown up. And that's the reason why, according to this story, that babies do not talk. Okay, so this story I found from the New Times, and it's Rwanda's leading daily newspaper, I guess. But the story that I read was similar, but a little bit different. It was similar, but a little bit different. So basically, babies used to talk in the olden days. Well, according to the story, and this is just not fact, obviously, it's fiction. According to the story, babies used to talk, and imagine a world where babies could talk. Life would be so easy. Instead of crying, they just tell you, "Mommy, I'm hungry. Mommy, I need my diaper change. Mommy, I want to sleep. Can you rock me?" That type of thing. Life would be so. I feel like the parenting, having a newborn child would be so much easier, if babies could talk right then and there. But how freaky would it be right when the baby popped out and then it started talking? Like, just imagine. Excuse me, my nose is stuffy. Just imagine when you pushed, and then instead of you hear a baby crying, the baby just comes out talking like, "Oh, I was waiting to get out. I've been stuck in there for 9 months." How freaky would that be? Well, just trying to imagine that. But yeah, life. I'm just trying to picture a world where babies could talk right when they come out. Like, I think that would be so much easier on parents, because then you wouldn't have to guess what's wrong. You don't have to play guessing games. Like, could it be the diaper? Could it be clothes are too tight? Could it be warm? The baby's too hot, baby's too cold. What could it be? Baby's tired, or baby wants to be rocked. Take all the guessing out and just get straight to the point. Baby could tell you exactly what baby wants. So that would be interesting if that was the case. But yeah. So let's go back to the story. So according to the story, this trifling ass neighbor who went to collect some fire, and she saw meat. You see why some of y'all need to mind your business and do exactly what you need to do. Instead of just collecting the fire and leaving, she saw meat that wasn't hers and wanted to go taste. And she tasted, knowing damn well she had no business tasting that meat. She did taste it. And then on top of that, she decided to steal the whole thing, and baby caught her. And then she decided to put a piece of raw yam on baby's tongue. So actually, let's get into yam, because if depending on where you're from, you might not know what a yam is. Here in the United States, specifically, I don't know about other countries. They call sweet potatoes yam. But in Africa, I don't know if this is the whole of Africa, but I know for facts in West Africa, a yam is a starchy tuber. It's nothing like a sweet potato. It's white. it's brown on the outside, and when you peel it, it's white on the inside. So, and that's why it mimics the baby. You know when babies spit up and they get that milky residue, the white stuff? Yeah, it's kind of like that. Well, not kind of like that, but the color is kind of like that. It's white like that. So, that's what a yam is. So, depending on where you're from, you might not. As I was saying, so depending on where you're from, a yam might be different. But if we flip it over and go to the Atlantic, travel over the Atlantic, across the Atlantic, and we go to West Africa, we know a yam is a white tuber, starchy tuber. That is not a sweet potato, so that's the difference. But here in the United States, the sweet potato is synonymous with yam. So that's why babies don't talk, according to this fictitious story. That's all I got for y'all. Don't have no more. So thank you for listening. Thank you for coming back again to listen. I have been your host, yours truly, Trudy, and this has been the podcast known as Chaley Let's Talk. So I want to thank you, Chaley, for coming back to listen. Hopefully you'll come back again next week to listen. Me run my mouth, ramble a little bit more about things and different things. And don't forget to hit me up at what's my email? It is chaleylet'stalk@gmail.com. So on that note, thank you and bye-bye.